Yes, this is Gamer. Welcome to another Touhou Puppet Dance Performance Netplay video. This time it's going to be a little bit different because we aren't playing against Ross, we are actually playing against Grash. And Grash has not quite yet set up competitive stuff, but his in-game team is still pretty good. And you don't necessarily have to have absolute perfect stats and everything to still be reasonable with this when you consider that typings and stuff are really weird and, you know, getting used to the game is kind of a thing. Of course, the items and stuff would still be there, so good stuff on that. And, yeah, it was not exactly the greatest game ever, but it kind of shows the whole still learning thing. I want this up as an archive, if nothing else, to kind of say, hey, you know, this is the mistakes I have made here, and hopefully I will not make those again, because I was pretty silly for a lot of this. So, this is a new team, and the team itself is kind of basically VoltTurn. For you guys playing from Gen 5 onwards, you know Volt Switch and U-Turn are two extremely good moves. U-Turn was in Gen 4, but Volt Switch was introduced in Gen 5. It has the equivalent in this game of called Lightning Speed. And essentially, the idea is to have Speed Aya as pretty much the perfect suicide sort of lead. And she sets up Stealth Trap, which is the Steel type Stealth Rock. There's no Rock type in this game because it was merged with Earth, so they made it Steel because Wind is immune to Earth. Therefore, you know, the Mind Trap, which is Spikes, gets basically crapped on by, you know, Wind types. So in order to make Stealth Rock good against Wind, like Stealth Rock is good against Flying, the Stealth Trap is actually Steel type. So Aya sets that up. She has an ability that makes her immune to Taunt, which is really nice, so she basically cannot, she can't get taunted or disabled, which is pretty good. And yeah, that helps out a lot in setting stuff up. She does not have the focus sash though. I actually have that on Lily instead. Yes, that is Lily White you are seeing in this team. She is actually not that terrible. Very fragile physically, but still pretty good otherwise. And really, this team's just mostly designed to use the power of Yumemi and Ellis as VoltTurners. Having Satori as a defensive pivot, she actually has the equivalent of parting shots in this game, which is a decrescendo, I believe it's called. And then having Yumiko and Lily as my win conditions, my setup sweepers for when everything is weakened. So let's just go straight for the game. Like I said, it's not necessarily the greatest game in the universe, but it should hopefully still kind of show stuff off alright. And yeah, the team here is kind of interesting to see. So, Power Sukuna, this will come in later. Power Sukuna is not Steel and Earth like my one. I forgot this at the time, but yeah, basically Steel Power is gonna just tear Aya in two, and that's fine. Aya does actually have the, what is it, the retreat manual, which is, oh, what's the equivalent of it? It's the escape eject button, I think it's called. Normally, so that's kind of cool. Shingyoku is either really good at focus defense or really good at spread defense, depending on what type she is. This one's really good at spread, but because it's an in-game one, I do a lot more damage with my water cannon than I would normally. Yumemi is Choice Scarf, and she's basically designed to use Water Spout, basically. She's a lot more powerful than Wailord. Here's a really fun interaction. Decrescendo is a status move, so Curse Return is Magic Bounce, that bounces it back. My stats get debuffed, that doesn't matter because my only attack is Revolving Illusion, and it forces Mima to switch back out. So Chen comes in. Chen is weak to the Stealth Trap, so that's pretty good. And there's not really a whole lot else I want to do here. I imagine this Chen has got Niche, probably, so she doubles her stat power, adaptability, and even with that, because I'm spread defense on Satori, that didn't really do a whole lot, and I can just decrescendo out to Ellis, who is pretty much the fastest thing in the universe, except for Speed Aya. 135 base speed is the second highest in this game. It's used by about 3 or 4 different puppets, and yeah, I can bring Yumemi out, I can have a lot of power. And the idea, of course, I have coverage against the nature type that resists my stabs, but I miss! Really unlucky with that, 85% accuracy, and I kind of just get wrecked by that, which is unfortunate. I am choice scarfed, so there's not really any point in me switching out here, so I just go for it anyway, knowing that he's going to switch in and resist. I didn't want anything else to take Force Hammer, so I don't have an Earth type on the team that could easily eat that, and even if I did, he could just use a nature move instead, so whatever. Moko may well resist this being firefighting, but still does a lot of damage. That crit does help quite a bit, and well, Corkscrew is basically a physical type charge beam for fighting types. It's pretty good. It's not power-up punch, which is a thing. Anyway, Yumiko is actually set to completely sweep the team at this point because nothing he has is faster than her anymore because I got rid of Chen, and Morale Booster just makes sure she would one-shot everyone. Except for the fact that I did not realise that Sukuna changed from an Earth to a fighting type. Shooting Press would have been super effective against Defense Sukuna because Steel and Earth. Steel is weak to Earth, Earth is neutral to itself, but Power Sukuna is Steel and Fighting. Fighting's actually resistant to Earth, so it didn't really work. And so I basically lost a sweep, and I should have really lost a game at that, but I kind of kept going. I cannot believe that didn't kill. My Ellis is a choice band, so even though that's resisted, I expected that would take the kill very easily, and it did not, so whatever. Had to sacrifice Satori there, which is really bad, but oh well. Don't know quite why he switched Sukuna out here. I don't really know if there was much of a reason for that, but I am Focus Sash, so I just went straight for the Fairy Dance anyway. And Fairy Dance is Quiver Dance, as we do not yet know, because I haven't actually used that on. I haven't used Kogasa yet, so yeah, Kogasa is the other main user I have for this move. But yeah, Shingoku is like 170 base spread defense, so I kind of need to set up fairly heavily here if I want to stand much of a chance. But there's kind of a problem with that, in that eventually he'll show that he actually has Cheer, which is +2 spread defense. I'm just like, oh. Yeah, Tri-Effect is Tri-Attack, obviously. It either does Paralysis, Fear, or Darkness, if it actually works. And yeah, here was the problem. I kind of can't kill her at this point. I'll try, you can see if I get a crit that would kill. But yeah, Shingoku kind of survives that, and Blessing of Mana is just a grass type recover. So I didn't really know where to go from there, but Shingoku is always a Void type, and Void is weak against Dark. So I did have the capability of using Ellis here, and so long as I don't miss, I'm pretty much good to go to win this game with just Ellis. Twilight Infection is a 120 base power, 85 accuracy dark move, so I do have the stab. I have like 105 base attack, maybe slightly more, and yeah, so long as I don't miss, I will kill everything in one hit, and it will be good to go. I considered switching out here so that I could sacrifice Lily and then basically switch to Changeling, because Changeling would kill everything a bit more reliably, but I decided not to because I figured, well, if I'm gonna switch out and he decides to do something really weird, like, I don't know, if Yuka has a heal move of some sort, then I would lose to that. So, yeah, basically, Ellis is really fast and pretty powerful. She's Dark Electric with negative auras, so she absorbs dark attacks and gets a physical attack buff from that. Really, really strong VoltTurn core of Yumemi and Ellis here. With Aya doesn't actually have Changeling anymore. I did have Changeling on her originally, but then I have no other wind attacks on this team, so I kind of just gave her Perch and Brave Bird, basically, Fiery Foam Winds, because I feel like I might need that sort of coverage later. She has max HP and reasonable enough defenses that she should survive a hit, so even though her attack is kind of weak, and she's definitely not as defensive as Skarmory, she is a hell of a lot faster, so it's a weird combination of like Skarmory and Aerodactyl, I guess. More on the Aerodactyl side, but having Skarmory's kind of low attack power, but whatever. So yeah, I probably should have lost that game, but Ellis being choice banned effectively kind of saved my butt. So, interesting game to say the least. Typing, something I really need to try and remember. I honestly thought that Sukuna was still just Earth. I don't know why I thought this, but it's something I need to remember because I have Fire Javelin on my Yumiko, so if I just went for the Fire Javelin, looking at how much damage that Shooting Press did, I would definitely have killed. Shooting Press is 100 base power, super effective Fire Javelin is 150, so I would have easily got the kill, and basically Yumiko would have swept, because faster than everything, 130 base attack, and +2 already for morale boost, yeah. She is rather slow, actually, Yumiko, but Dragon Dance's equivalent is what she has for boosting speed, so it works kind of well. She's very scary. I want to make sure that I use Yumiko again a bit better in a future team, because she is really, really powerful, but obviously didn't quite work out here because I am dumb. So, with that said, this has been GamerCow, showing off a basic replay for more or less for a demonstration of learn your typings if you wish to do anything good in this game. Until next time, take care.